This is Jonathan Agger, 5th Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Liam Smith. We're here in Liverpool. Liam, straight into it, Frankie Stringer is back this week. He seems confident, he seems happy, obviously, with his deal. What can fans expect from him? Obviously, you're managing him.
Yeah, obviously, I think he's happy now. He's had his apprentice, shall we say, into the pros. I think he's 8-0 now, is he? And we said, don't try and get him a deal with a promoter. I said, look, I'll get you on bills, try and get you to 5-0, and then we'll try and get a deal. Obviously, it went a little bit longer, but he signed a deal with Boxer now, and it's down to Boxer and the whole team now to guard his career for the next 2 years, and we'll see where he ends up.
Just on yourself, obviously a frustrating period, but couldn't be helped with injuries and stuff. But looking to kick on in 2025.
Yeah, frustrating year for me, a frustrating 18 months for me. Since the Dubois lost, I've had a nightmare with injury, and then when I got back fit and got a date, I got sick, I got a virus, and I had to pull out the fight. So that being said, I'm over it. I'm back in a good place. I'm happy. I'm able to go to the gym and train and take over the way I wanted to do all last year. The way any pro should be, really, in the gym every day, taking over and then looking for a date, and that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to do over Christmas, and fingers crossed I can get a date in February.
What are your goals? Would you like to revisit the Kelly fight? Do you want a big fight in America, because you're still one of the biggest names in the division? You've got, you've seen Spence and Crawford move up, Fundora's got a belt. Like, what is your goals?
Yeah, either, but I'm not going to mention names. I just anyone, give me anyone, and I'm back. And then if I get a win, it's easy then for me to then mention names. It's a little bit hard and stupid to me to say, I want this, I want that, because whoever I say, I'm not going to walk myself into a fight with them after being out the ring for 18 months, 16 months, whatever it'll be. If I say to you, I want Eubank, I know I'm not going to fight Eubank next, so it's pointless. I'll get a win in February, and then I'll see how the land lies, and I'll see who's available.
I saw you sparring with Darren Till. Spoke to Frankie. He said he was knocking out heavyweights in sparring. What was it like being in the ring with him?
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, he's a big lump, isn't he? It was good. It was good to be in with something different. Very unorthodox. I sparred him a couple of times now, and he hasn't half improved. So it was good. It was good.
Frustrated for him? Excuse me. Obviously, the Tommy Fury fight doesn't look like it's happening. You frustrated as a friend, a gym mate, and how did the gym react to the news that it probably won't happen? Yeah,
it's frustrating for him. I feel for him. He's been in the gym a long time now. He's had the one fight in Dubai, which this was all he wanted. Big fights like this, KSI, Jake Paul, Tommy Fury, whoever it may be. He got the Tommy fight, and it stinks, doesn't it? Shit, why the reason it's not going to happen if that's the reason. I don't think that's the reason, to be honest with you. Like what's being put out now, Tommy's done elbows in the past, Tommy's dad has done all mad shite. I think there was a contract for Darren. Darren's not going to kick him, mate. As if Darren's going to kick him and not earn a penny. Let's have it right. Darren's going into this because he wants to be paid. He thinks he can beat all of them. He's not going to kick Tommy Fury and not earn a penny for doing it. So obviously, I think everyone knows. I think the Furies know. They've sold fights for years. Darren said it's tongue-in-cheek to sell a fight. I don't think that's the reason. I think there could be a handful of reasons more why the fight's not going to happen. But Darren's still on the bill. He's told, and fingers crossed he can get a decent enough opponent, because he's been in the gym a long time.
A couple of quick predictions. Dubois and Parker. How do you think that fight goes?
What a good fight when you think of it. I think probably Dubois only off momentum, his confidence will go through the roof now, and but like I say, like Joseph Parker's proved, and I love Joseph Parker. I'd love Joseph Parker to win that fight, but I'd never write him off anyway, put it that way.
And the rematch between Beterbiev and Bivol, who have you got in that?
Again, I'm not surprised either way. I probably pick Beterbiev, but the last fight was close. I thought Beterbiev just edged it, but I wouldn't have argued that Bivol got it. I think the rematch will probably be along the same lines.
And I know you said in another interview you couldn't really pick next week's fight. If you had like a final coin, you know, is there any way you'd swing this?
No, I picked Fury first time round. I really don't know, honestly. My opinion might change fight week when I see a little bit more of them. But at this minute in time, no, I can't even. I don't honestly. I've never been like that either. I'm not being an ass kisser sitting on the fence either. I really don't know what pick. I don't be interested to see how much the last fight stuck out to both of them. Yeah, it's a good one.
And just lastly, I spoke to your brother Paul the other day, and he's obviously launched this Global Fighters Union. You know, as a fighter yourself, obviously you're still an active fighter, but you know, like he was saying, a lot of fighters don't get the aftercare after their careers are done, healthcare, etc. How important is it what Paul's doing with that, and how needed is this for fighters?
Yeah, look, it's very important, obviously, and it's great. And if it, you know, it takes off, it'll be great in the long run for fighters, and I'm sure it'll be a massive success for fighters in the future. So fingers crossed, you know, people get behind it, because it's what we've lacked in boxing over a number of years now, even before my time. And you know, I think it's if it does take off, it'll be special for those fighters.
Liam, all the best. Appreciate it. Cheers.